Okay, we are supposedly live. Hello, everybody. I think on the Facebooks. Are you there?
I don't see you live yet. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
You're live. I got the ding.
Okay. I see us on. Is this my page? Yeah, I see us on my page. 1, 2.
Yep, you're there.
Okay, I sound pretty good. You guys should sound pretty good.
Meh.
You know.
Meh.
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 I wonder how people are doing this evening. How are they doing?
What are they doing?
I don't know.
What's everybody doing?
Oh shit! I'm on Firefox. Damn it! It's gonna freeze. I bet.
Well, you're fine. Don't touch anything.
Just go ahead and go out, and I'll bring you back in.
Right.
We haven't started yet.
Meep.
So if you are watching this, leave a comment so I can check and make sure comments are working. Remember, if you want your comments to show up with your name, there he is. Follow the directions down there at the bottom of the screen. It'll tell you.
Not a clickable link. You cannot click that link.
You cannot click that link. It is streamyard.com/Facebook. That's all you got to do. Just go there.
Not a robot.
And we have all kinds of things to talk about tonight because we missed the show last week. I missed the show last week.
Camera out of focus.
It's a big thumb.
By proxy. I'm
going to put the thing up, and then we are going to get started. Actually, I have to go solo, I guess. Solo.
I'm on a roll. It's time to go solo.
Tonight, on the slightly late Mac to the Future Go livecast, there's an Apple event coming up next week, and Apple is going to have new versions of everything. Well, probably not. There's a new version of iOS is out, but it's mostly related to anti-applications as compared to uncly apps. Russia wants Apple to stop selling iPhones there by forcing them to reduce commissions in the App Store and allowing side loading of apps, which amounts to pretty much the same thing. And if you want to sign in with Apple, you can, unless you're Epic. So no, that's not going to work. All that tonight and my birthday, damn it. All that tonight and more on the Mac to the Future livecast. Go. And that music will tell you that this is indeed the Mac to the Future livecast. And we already have some comments. Hey, and Coptrite, I don't understand what that means. And, that's rich Uncle Guy. I wish I was a rich Uncle Guy. And from Derek, he's throwing birthday wishes. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who's giving me birthday wishes. I am not afraid to say it. I'll just get this out there right now. I'm 27 years old. So we're going to go with that right there. That's where we're going to start tonight's show. I am 27 years old, and I do not want to hear anything else about it, about not being 27 and closer to some other age that is probably not 27. Hey, David, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
The big 22, wasn't it?
Sure. Well, let's go with that. 22. I like that. That's a great age, by the way. 22. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna switch over.
Good to be here.
Good. Oh, switch over to Warriors Claw. Hello there, Warriors Claw. How are you, sir?
Hey, I lost count. I don't know how old I am.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. I was supposed to pick up my new car tonight, but they delayed me. So it's gonna be Tuesday.
So new
I'm
car?
sad. Yeah, well, I had a
It's
Tesla.
you got what, a Volkswagen?
No,
Like one of those like one of those classic Beetles.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm getting a Tesla car. So
I didn't know Volkswagen made a car called a Tesla.
And I got all the like accessories for it. I got screen protectors and all the stuff and I got the charger installed in the garage. No car.
I thought I thought Dodge made the Charger.
Yeah, they do because I have one.
And
Yeah.
one came with my laptop too. I had a charger.
The Dodge Charger?
Just a charger.
You know, we're just gonna stop because this is this is just it's going nowhere fast. All right. We have lots of things to talk about tonight. In quick takes, some stuff from last week, a little bit of leftover stuff. And if you want to check in at the Apple Genius Bar, there's a wallet app for that. Apple's support app to integrate with the wallet app for easy check-in. So that's like a good thing, isn't it? Is that with the beta or is that now in 13.7?
It's not. It doesn't matter. It's an app.
The app. Yeah, it's the Apple support app.
Oh, I thought it was
Apple Store app. Excuse me. Is it through the support? It's through the support app, isn't it?
It's through the support app.
Yeah, Apple support. I was right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to integrate with the wallet app.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay. Well, on even more fun things to talk about, Intel's 11th gen Tiger Lake CPUs.
Oh, I just opened it up and I think I bought a MacBook Pro.
That's right.
You were probably going to anyway. So
yeah, no difference.
I mean, wait, hold on. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So yeah, that's
fine.
MacBook Pro day.
It is. It's every other Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. I've got to get that right. I apologize, sir.
Sorry. Continue.
No, he's saving his wad for next week.
Oh yeah. We'll see what's going to come up with that. So, do you guys give a damn about the Tiger Lake CPUs? Because I don't think they're going to go into anything Apple's ever going to make. Epic is going to lose sign-in with Apple for its Fortnight players in iOS, or at least that's what Epic is saying is going to happen. There hasn't been any word from Apple, though. Now that Epic has lost their developer's license for applications other than not Unity, what's their app environment?
Unreal, the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, the Unreal Engine.
Other
than for the Unreal Engine, Epic doesn't really have a place in the App Store anymore. So if you're a Fortnite player, basically what you have on your phone right now, that's going to be it for a while.
Yeah, the sign in with Apple thing never really. I mean, a few places do it, but not enough. So,
still pretty new.
It's new. It's not taking off as much as I whenever I see it, I use it, but I don't retro things. So if I already have a sign in, I'm not going to sign out and create a new login with the Apple ID. But
well, a lot of people use Google for a lot of their sign-ins. A lot of people use Facebook for a lot of their sign-ins. Yeah. There are certain things that I use Facebook for a sign-in. I don't want to say what they are in case somebody actually manages to hack my account. And I shouldn't, because I've got 1Password and I've got various other ways to securely enter in all of these various services that I use without having to use Apple Goosebook, Facebook, or Google.
Goosebumps.
Goosebook. Yeah, that's going to be the new Google Facebook service. Goosebumps.
Google.
Goosebook is like DuckDuckGo's version of Facebook.
Goopbook.
It's the privacy focused Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm not telling
God.
you. What's on your mind? None of your business.
I'm sitting here
Can I be
thinking
your
about.
friend? No.
I'm sitting here thinking about just the sheer privacy nightmare that a collaboration between Facebook and Google would be.
Yeah.
There would be blood on the streets from roving gangs of Facebook and Google users, each trying to use the other's privacy settings. All right. Last up in quick takes. Russia wants to pass laws to reduce app commissions to 20% and force Apple and Google to directly allow other app stores. That's not really worded well because Android already kind of does that anyway. But I think what that means is kind of like what Epic wants to do and have a store within a store. So they still want to use Google and Apple's infrastructure, but not pay them for it, which is kind of what Epic has been trying to do all along. So anything? Or are we all in agreement that Epic needs to take a chill pill? Hey, Tim McSweeney, what's your problem, dude? You're losing all kinds of money, and we're laughing at you.
Yeah.
So, but this is so now a whole country wants Apple to.
Well, no, it was mostly this one guy in the Duma, which I think is what Russia calls their parliament. Not that I know anything about the Russian legal system.
Sure.
And
sure.
That's what you said.
Yeah, sure. He says that. Yeah, but I mean, this has been, for whatever reason, Apple, especially since they've kind of hit the $1 to $2 trillion mark in valuation. There's a lot of countries that are now kind of looking at them saying, "Whoa, what are you doing that's making you so much money? That's making your company so valuable?" To which I think Apple would just say, "Well, we're making smart decisions." Yeah, smart decisions. Real quick, do either one of you think that they should open the App Store to allow companies like Epic and others to not pay Apple through their services?
No.
No.
Do you think 30% is too high for Apple to charge?
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, what do you think would be a more reasonable amount? How would you change the relationship with Apple and iOS developers for paid apps that would benefit both companies?
See, the thing with Epic is, and the people that want to create their own app stores, it's not like they want to open up. It's not like they want to open up their own app store where you could just go ahead and download, whatever you want from their store. I think what they were trying to do is, and I'm trying to think what they're trying to do, but they want a way within the app to buy
the V-Bucks.
The V-Bucks stuff.
Yeah.
So that
well, they had that.
Yeah.
Except they were having to pay Apple 30% for the privilege.
Well, they had it by doing it within the app to do it. But then they changed it for server side, where to me it sounds like they kind of turned it into like almost a browser within the game where you could go in and it opens up something within the app itself.
Yeah, because Apple had no chance to review those changes. Right. So it was a server side change. It wasn't something that they submitted to Apple.
Right. So, I mean, I guess the point is that they're not fighting to have like their own app store for the most part. They're not, like Google. There's other app stores for Android, but they're not very popular. Even like Amazon has a store for Android out there. There's some less known ones. I don't think
for like the Kindle and their Fire devices.
Well, but they even have like, if you could go to Amazon now and you could buy a Android app through Amazon, and it will show up on your Android device like a national program.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I thought that
It's
was
been
only
around-
for their fire
No.
devices.
It's been around forever. Nobody uses it because why would you do that? But there was a time actually where they were giving out free stuff. It was kind of cool for a while. But anyways, my point is, they're not asking for an app store in the way we're thinking about an app store. They're thinking that they want more of a way to buy in-app purchases through without going
Their
through
own
Apple.
services.
Yeah, that's what they're trying
bypassing Apple. Essentially.
And Apple makes their money on these in-app purchases, and they make a lot of money. And
yeah, well, services is the largest growing part of Apple at the moment.
Right. The problem is if the game is free and they're making millions and millions of dollars on V-Bucks
in-app purchases, right?
And Apple doesn't see any of that, then why, then Apple doesn't have a real compelling reason to keep them there. They're not making them money. So, yeah, I get it.
But I mean, there are lots of free apps that will never charge you anything to use.
Yeah.
And Epic at the same time can also tell people, not from within the game, but they can tell people, go to our website and buy your V-Bucks there, apply them to your account. Go to Best Buy or Walmart or Target and buy V-Buck cards and apply it to your account. And these are all ways that people can get V-Bucks for Epic Games without giving anything at all to Apple. The only thing that Apple is saying is you can do that all you want, but we're not going to let you do it directly through the application without us getting a cut. Right. Okay. So let's move on. Apple takes the COVID app decision out of the hands of the government, beginning with iOS 13.5 and various versions of Android, depending on your carrier and handset maker. Apple and Google have provided a way for people to keep track of their exposure to potential carriers of COVID-19 through applications. These apps that were to be developed and provided by various countries and local governments, due to privacy concerns and frankly, just incompetence. The apps, for the most part, just never came out. Apple with 13.7 has removed that part of the equation by baking it directly into iOS. You can certainly opt in, depending on your preferences, and the default is to be opted out. Notifications of potential exposure will still depend on local governments to have a system in place to track them, but a network of differing applications to install will no longer be needed. In developing the system, Apple consulted with the CDC, the Association of Public Health Laboratories, the American Public Health Association, the Association of State and Territorial Health Officials, the Council of State and Territorial, oh my God, I don't know if I can say this, epidemiologists. Woo, got it. Yeah, 60 years old. The National Association of County and City Health Officials, and the Task Force for Global Health to opt in, open settings, then exposure notifications, and turn on exposure notifications. You'll then choose your country, region, state, and your iPhone will tell you if exposure notifications are available in your area or not. Now, the last time I checked, it is available for Virginia, but it was not available for Illinois. Has that changed? Do you know?
Nope.
Still not available?
Yeah.
And I think Pennsylvania it's available.
So I just did a thing. So if on my phone I went to turn it on, the exposure notification, it asks you what state you're in, and then it says Pennsylvania has an app. Open an app store, and then it opens up to this whole page, helps slow the spread of COVID-19, and then apps are currently available: Alabama, Nevada, North Dakota, Virginia, and Wyoming. More states will be added soon. And that may not be available in your area. So you still can't turn it on.
Well, you can turn it on, but depending on where you live, it may not do anything.
You can't. It won't actually. You actually can't not turn it on.
Right. Like I can't turn it on right now for Illinois because it's exposure.
So even it's still not letting you actually turn it on until you have the companion app. So maybe it's in between working. But
I don't know.
Yeah. You try.
Because I just did Virginia, and it says your region has an exposure notification app. Open the app store.
Yeah, well, it said the same for Pennsylvania, but then it doesn't actually come up with with a
Yeah.
national.
Well, I'm going to do. I'll check that later. I know that when I looked at it back when I was first writing this story,
yeah. There's a Virginia app. COVID
yeah,
it's called.
I wasn't aware that you still had to download the app. I thought you didn't need the app anymore.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it definitely will not. It will not turn on until you
right
until you get an app.
And so far, there's only what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states.
Is it 5? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's honestly at this point, 8 months after it was 7 months, I guess, after all this started, that every single state should have some way to track all of the people within their borders that have COVID-19.
Uruguay
that opt into a system like this, and the fact that they don't it's appalling.
Guatemala.
That all of these states don't have it. Yeah, I bet Guatemala does. Well, because that's where you live, so you should check that, Warren.
I should. Yeah, so it's not quite there yet. I think
Stuart says it's a legality issue.
I think Apple is just slowly trying to make it so it's just automatic and everybody's going to be tracked, and so is Google, but it's not there yet.
A lot of people are very nervous. They want to have control of being able to turn that on or off. I think it's going to stay off, and the users.
Well, by default, it's off in your iPhone,
and it's going to stay that way.
Yeah.
Apple is not going to put something in that I know of to actively track you based on your health records, and because that is a serious breach of privacy. And so far, Apple has earned the trust of most of their users for helping, at least trying to protect their privacy.
Right.
Suckers.
Guys, there is an Apple event right around the corner. It's going to be on next Tuesday, September 15th, and it is titled Time Flies, which means, of course, there is finally going to be an Apple car that flies, or, more likely a new Apple Watch and a few other things, as the watch would hardly warrant an event on its own. Some rumors believe it will be a new iPad or iPad Air. And as much as I would love to think that the first silicon-based Mac might also be announced, I'm not holding my breath. So let's start with Dave. Dave, what do you think is going to be coming up here, other than the watch, which I think that's
definitely going to be watch. I actually just talked about this yesterday during my iPhone special interest group. They definitely have the watch. It's going to be coming out, the Watch Series 6. In fact, people were even smart enough to go into the YouTube channel for Apple and look at the video and look at the metadata. And metadata had Watch Series 6 listed as one of the items that was in the metadata for the video.
Well, it also said "man from Mars," so how much you want to go into that.
It did, yeah. They're probably going to have a lot of gym stuff and fitness stuff. I'm sure it's going to get discussed. But I think that the iPad Air is almost a given. The 4th gen, I think it is. The Pros, I don't know. I mean, and there was kind of a debate. I'm wondering.
They just did the iPad Pro earlier this year.
Yeah, was it this year? I thought it was last year.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
No, it was 2020. It was this year. It was March or April.
I lost track. So maybe not. But the other debate was that the new iPads would utilize the 2nd gen Pencil. And if that's the case, that means there's going to be a magnetic connector on the iPad Air. Could that iPad convert over to USB-C for charging as opposed to Lightning? That's another thing I'm wondering what will happen when it is announced.
Well, at this point, I think it's kind of foolish on Apple's part to keep using the Lightning connector on new devices coming out. I think at this point it's time to just cut the Lightning cord and start moving everything over to USB-C, because it's it sucks for people that have lots of Lightning based accessories. We went through this with the 30-pin connector. We went through this with FireWire when the original iPods used to have nothing but FireWire attached to them. But it's just a better connector. USB-C is just a better connector. It's certainly has more bandwidth that's available, and I don't know what kind of difference it makes as far as speed of charging. But if you're, my only objection right now to USB-C is there are very, very few that I've been able to find chargers that have more than like 2 USB-C connectors on them. One of the things that I have that I take with me when I travel is it's this like plug-in little transformer. It's got 4 USB-A ports on the bottom. So when I get into the hotel, I plug that in, then I've got a slew of different types of USB-A to whatever cables, so I can connect up all my stuff and charge it when I go to bed at night. Well, that's not really available for USB-C.
They do.
So
I have one that has 3 of them on there, so they're out there.
Well, there needs to be some coming out with more. One of the things that I have been buying lately is USB-A to USB-C connectors that are basically just good for charging. So I can take USB-A chargers and use them with USB-C devices. Because trying to, and for anyone who travels, you walk into a hotel room, there's not really usually that many outlets. And if you have to have a separate little plug-in transformer for every single device that you own in order to connect it up via USB-C, then you're going to lose your mind. So these are some of the things that we really need.
I have more chargers than I have devices, and that's saying a lot.
Same here.
I got
well, you get rid of old devices, and then you look in a drawer, and it's like, oh crap, there's the charger.
I go on these sites that tell you the sales of everything, and they'll be like, "Aki is having a sale."
I need that one of those. I needed one of those.
Yeah, it was $70. Now it's $20. Well, all right. So now
I need that.
Yeah. What? That Tesla's down to 35,000? Sign me up.
Yeah, pocket change.
Yeah. So I'm glad you asked me about the event as well, because I want to talk about that.
Well, I just got done with Warren with Dave. Yeah. All right, Warren. Talk to me, buddy.
Hey, I was
spotlight on Warren.
I really don't have anything to say about it. What can I tell you? So a few things. Few thoughts. First is, if it is just a watch event and the iPhone event comes next month, then the one thing that would happen is probably the watch will be available either next week or the week after, which means iOS 14 will be coming out before the phone, because you need iOS 14 to work with the new version of the watch. More likely, they're not going to ship the new watch with the
No.
They're not going to ship the watch.
Hold on to that until the bitter end.
They're not going to ship the watch
until Tim Cook stands there on stage and says, "Here's iOS 14." Guy was wrong
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Was wrong.
It's going to be unless they announce the watch and say it's not available till mid-October, which I don't think they're going to do. The other thing is, I went to like a Gazelle thing and put all my things up for sale just in case.
Well, what happens if they don't?
What are you selling?
Everything. It all goes.
What about those pictures on the wall behind you?
The 11 Pro Max and the
the
iPad.
No, not the iPad. The phone, the watch, and the MacBook Air. Because in the event that they do,
God damn it, Warren! You just bought that thing.
Yeah, what the hell?
If they announce a 12-inch silicone version of the MacBook, I have to get that. So,
how much is the Air now?
I don't know. It was.
Well, all right. Well, then let's talk about that for a second. Do either one of you believe that the first silicon-based Mac is going to either be released or a product release date?
Not during this event.
Next week.
No, I don't think so either. And I think all
right, so here's what we got for this event. We got the watch.
The watch
we
and
have
iPad.
Probably either the iPad or iPad Air, a new one of those.
Right.
And maybe
the They could announce iOS
the
14
mythical
release too.
the no ever no the mythical Apple headphones, the wireless headphones that
Oh, that's
have
right.
been
Yeah, the
rumored to be talked about.
AirPods Studio.
Whatever they're calling it. Do those 3 items warrant a 1 to 2 hour event?
Why not?
1 hour, maybe. 1 hour, yes. 2 hour, no.
There won't be 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and because we know they're not going to announce iOS 14.
Of course not.
Yeah, they
They
are.
will, but they will if they announce the watch, because you can't
Yeah,
get the
they
watch
will.
without the new operating system.
Right.
We're
about to talk about Beta 8, so I mean, who knows? But before Tuesday, the Gold Master could be released.
Yeah, the betas are coming out fast and furious nowadays. Tell you that much.
Okay. So basically, we're talking about a
Scotland.
watch.
Scotland.
We're talking about a iPad of some kind, possibly Apple headphones,
AirPod
and
Studio to you.
okay, Apple headphones, whatever the hell they end up calling them.
Could be AirTags.
I'm still waiting. Oh yeah, that's right. They could finally announce the tags.
Or
I'm waiting
AirPower.
for Apple microphones. That's I want to see that wireless microphones.
You'd be all over that.
I would. I'd have to get 6 just because I'm stupid that way.
It could be spatial audio for guy. Spatial guy.
It's like microphone.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's basically it's a big hat that you wear with like a ring of microphones all the way around. I am so there. There.
We could hear what side of your mouth you're breathing on. Breathing on his left side. Oh, something.
With age. Hey! What do you mean with age? Okay, all right. I'm old. I'm an old guy. With age comes words. So the last thing we have. Well, actually, the other thing I would love to see them announce what the first even if it's like a month or 2 down the road, what the first Silicon Mac is going to be. I'm really hoping they'll take some time to talk about the new Mac OS, Big Sur, or whatever they end up calling it outside of Big Sur.
That's what it's going to be called.
Is that okay?
It's called Big Sur. There's no question about that. And it's Mac OS 11.
Mac OS 11. I want them to announce what the first one is going to be.
Tim Cook's going to go, you know what? We decide we don't like that name, and
yeah, we're going to call it Mr. Fuzzy Bottoms. That's what the next version of the Mac OS is going to be.
All that smoke and smog. It's on Big Sur right now. You know, they may just want to move it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, what'll be left? iOS and iPad OS Beta 8 released to both developers and beta testers on the same day, and this is the first time they've done that.
It's updating right now.
Wait,
look, it's
this
updating
year?
right now.
No, Guy, what are you talking about?
That's what the story said. This year, not that it's the first time ever, just the first time this year.
They do it. The article's wrong. They release iPad OS and iPhone OS the same day. The betas.
Same day.
Every time. So your article is false.
There's StreamYard.
Yeah.
There's StreamYard on my phone.
Yes, I did the betas today. That's right. And
Well, I didn't know. I've been out today. I was out all day, so I'm just doing it now.
Did you have to download a new profile to get that beta?
Nope.
No.
Okay, because I have automatic updates turned on, but I wasn't sure whether the betas were covered under the automatic updates.
As long as I have the profile.
Yeah, I need to look up what the actual release number is for what is the release number? What are they calling that?
That's iPad OS Developer Beta 8.
Yeah, but there's usually like a number that's associated with it.
That would be for the phone software version.
What is it for the iPad?
I don't know yet because I'm just
I don't have my
updating
iPad
it.
with me.
Okay, I'll have to check it.
But the iPad and the iPhone betas come out exactly the same day all the time.
Yep, they sure do. And like you said in the article, both the public beta and the developer beta came out on the same day.
Right.
And that happens too, as well.
Yeah.
Not usually though. Usually the beta, the public beta comes out like a few days later.
Not at this stage. Not nowadays.
Well, yeah,
As
but they're
Big
not
Sur.
releasing iOS 14 until October or November.
Sure.
or,
We'll
or
see
end of
about that.
September.
Yeah. Or Tuesday. Could be
Yeah,
Tuesday.
next
It
Tuesday.
could be Tuesday.
I will be so bitter. I'll be so bitter if they do that. It's like, damn it! I have staked what's left of my reputation on this, and it's crashing and burning, crashing and burning. Damn you, Tim Cook. Damn
They
you to
usually
hell.
the iPad and
Why I
iPhone,
oughta?
Yeah.
the iPad and iPhone OSs usually come out pretty quick, and then the Mac OS versions like later. Like he'll come out and say iOS 14 is available now, and
Well, is there
in November, Big Sur will be available.
is
They
there any
always do. They
reason?
would always
Is there
do
any
that.
reason why
Yeah,
the
sure.
Mac OS would be tied to either the iPad or iOS as far as
No.
release time goes?
It
Not
would be
Mac.
tied to the Mac Silicon.
Okay, so, and that's what I'm kind of waiting to see what they're going to do.
Right.
And
So
other than Warren, which was absolutely no surprise whatsoever.
Yeah.
Dave, are you thinking about a first gen Silicon device?
No.
what?
Nope.
Yeah, this is Dave who didn't want to get the iPhone 10 because he liked his 8.
No.
Um,
I'm
thank you,
holding
Deborah.
firm.
Thank you, Deborah Payne, for wishing me happy birthday.
I didn't upgrade my iPad, and I didn't upgrade my Apple Watch, so I have a little bit of a track record here. I'm still on Series 4.
But that's different. Those both, the iPad I didn't do either. And
I just
and
bought
the
this Mac in 2019. I'm not upgrading it.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
this is a 2017 iMac. That's the one
they're
I'm
going to
using now.
release this like 12 or 13
It's
inch.
fantastic.
They're going to release this thing. It's going to be super fast. It's going to be great battery life, and you're going to be able to run iOS apps on it. And
And you can put it right next to your Tesla and enjoy them both.
I will, as I will.
Yeah, I am not a big fan of newly released machines on new
First
platforms.
gen.
Yeah,
From
but
Apple.
Apple's not stupid. They're going to make something that you're going to want. So you'll say that.
course.
You
Tim
want,
Cook's-
yes.
That you want.
No, Tim Cook will come on
I
stage
just
and say-
bought a 2018 iPad Pro because
gonna
it
come on
was down
stage
like $400 or
and he's gonna
$500.
say,
And you
like-
got a deal, right?
It's going to be like the MacBook that's going to like wash your dishes, and it's going to like do your laundry. And you're going to be like, I need to have this because it does all that. You'll see.
It needs
Yeah.
one. Oh, I almost said something that would have gotten me in so much trouble.
Yeah.
I've gone through I've gone through the actions of pretending I'm not going to buy the next thing, and I just end up.
I have too, but I've disciplined myself. So
Yeah, well,
I think of the three of us, I am usually the last one
definitely not
to
you.
go out and get something.
I'll give you that much credit.
Yeah, I hang on to my stuff. Because, in the old days, we didn't have this stuff. We didn't have these
You whippersnappers out there.
these fancy computer things. Because everybody's on the Facebooks and doing the Googles. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
And the what was it? The Goose.
Yeah,
page?
the internet used to be AOL. Now it's Facebooks.
What was that?
Do you see that? Do you see
The
that
Goose
version?
book? No, that's what mine just says 14.
Oh, I got it's one.
That's all mine says too.
18A5373A.
Where does it say that?
Are you?
The software
That's on your
version?
phone. Yeah, if you go to what is it? The About tab.
Oh, yeah, that is.
You got to tap the software version.
Tap it, yeah, 18A537A.
73A.
73A. Yeah, that's it.
And that's for the phone.
I'm still upgrading the iPad.
Okay, I'll have to check. I'll have to check and see what's the dealio with my
I can tell you the one app that
iPad
wasn't
Pro.
working for me on my iPhone now works, so I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
What app's not working?
It's working now.
What was it?
My alarm. I could remotely turn off my house alarm from it, which I wanted. So now that works. Big Sur still has some compatibility issues with some things. Too.
Yeah, yes, it does. Yes, it does. I don't want to say what they are, but if it's not fixed before Big Sur comes out, I will not be going to Big Sur on my regular machine.
Google Drive still doesn't work for the people who use Google Drive. The app doesn't work. It crashes.
Now, there's some applications that I use all the time that are currently not Big Sur compatible.
Yeah.
And I need those. I
You
need.
can't tell us.
I'll tell you offline. But I need them to work before before I move this iMac.
Is it
To it.
Fortnite?
Yes, it
I
is.
knew
It is Fortnite. It's
Damn.
Fortnite.
And another thing you didn't see is Apple has custom face masks for all their employees.
Yeah, so that
Of course they do.
I want
The
one.
engineering and industrial design team created these masks that have 3 layers to filter and be able to see the genius's face.
Are they N95 compatible?
Didn't
Even
mention
better.
that.
They're N95 plus
Plus.
Okay.
max. They're
And
the
they can be-
N95 max.
And they can be washed and reused as many as 5 times.
Nice. Very nice.
They're
I just
subnet-
got one that's got like a
They're subnet
Miami
masks.
Dolphins logo on it. I don't know where it is.
Oh yeah,
Here's
football
something.
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow night
Fantasy football I did yesterday. Did my draft.
in empty stadiums.
Hey, it's something.
Yeah, I have not been watching baseball. I haven't been watching hockey. I haven't
Well,
been
you
watching
can go watch
basketball.
the Washington football team.
The
So
Washington football team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan.
yeah.
not a
Because-
Washington
because
football team.
You're not the Washington football team fan.
I am not. And I don't
In
like
fact,
Daniel
when
Snyder.
you go to redskins.com, it automatically redirects to washingtonfootballteam.com.
Well, they've got some. I think they actually have some names in store for the team, but they're securing rights, I believe, right now, and they don't want to tip their hand.
Yeah,
If they come out and say, "Well, we're going to be the Washington,
some of the rabbits.
Blue Blues or whatever," somebody will have WashingtonBlueBlues.com before they can do anything about it. All right, well, that's going to do it, I think, for tonight. Thanks to everyone who joined us live in a very, very odd show. Let's start with Warren. Warren, if people wanted to get a hold of you, how would they do it?
Ooh.
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm here.
What did you just say?
He always says that.
I'm here.
Oh, here on the Facebooks.
I'm on Facebook. I do this show and I do a show with Dave. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
I'll be
Dave,
driving. I'll be the one in the
Whoa.
Tesla. Oh,
in the
okay.
Tesla.
Yeah.
No, I'm back on you.
No,
Full
go
screen.
away. Go. I'm done.
What about you, Dave?
You can find me on In Touch with
What?
iOS at intouchwithios.com.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
What, the Native Americans? Yeah, why not? You go from
Sure.
Redskins to Native Americans. Why not?
Yeah,
Maybe-
Absolutely nothing offensive about that at all.
None, not at all. So yes, you can find me on my podcast that the co-host with Warren Sklar. It's In Touch with iOS at intouchwithios.com. And you can find me on Twitter at DaveG65 and on Facebook too.
And if you would like to get a hold of me, you can send me an email, guy@mymac.com. You can send me something on the Twitter tweets. Mac Parrot or Vert Shark are those two. And if you would like to see pretty much everything that I do in regards to audio and video, with the exception of last week's mymac.com podcast, because Ecamm Live did not record my end of the video, which
Darn it.
did not make me happy. You can go to vertshark.com. That will have everything that you want to see. On the weekends, I record the mymac.com podcast with Mr. Gaz of the Maz. And of course, Mac to the Future show with Warren and David. And Guy's Daily Drive. I actually did one on my way to work this morning that I haven't done anything with yet because I was at work. Then had to get ready for this show. What else? If you'd like to help support the things that I do, you can go to ko-fi.com/Mac. You can do that Patreon thing, patreon.com/Mac Parrot. You can go to paypal.me or me /Mac Parrot. Those are all the different ways you can help support the things that I do, because this all costs me money and I don't bring in enough money to pay for it. As my wife was reminding me earlier this evening.
Did she say stop buying mics?
No, she's just
You got any mics for your birthday?
concerned about how much I'm spending on things like StreamYard and Mimo and my website and
Welcome to my club.
Yeah. Who is
This is why I
Podbean?
have one
That's
microphone.
who I host my my audio with is Podbean. So one microphone. Yeah, but see, you're going out and buying cars.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I've got a 2016
and Mac-
Kia.
And MacBook Pros every day.
Yeah. I got a 2016 Kia. You know, that's all I got.
Yeah,
However,
I only have one of each except for computers. So
I do have. I got like all of these.
that's a crazy amount of microphones.
Oh my God!
Don't start him.
Yeah, we've got this one. We've got
this one.
And if I could reach into the little cubby that's above me here, there's a few more in there because I am so obsessed with microphones. And I don't know why, because I can only use one at a time. And I always come back to this one right here, the Heil PR40.
Right.
And the pod mic is a great microphone. I really, really like it.
I love it.
Okay, but that's going to do it for the show tonight. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us this evening. We really, really do appreciate the fact that you have taken the time to join us here tonight on the Mac to the Future Livecast. Go. Please join us again next week. Go on over to the YouTubes and like, share, subscribe. And if you miss it the first time, like, share, subscribe. Look up Vert Shark over there. You'll see all the videos and stuffs that we've got there. So Warren, Dave, thank you so very much for joining me tonight. And I guess we'll just say goodbye and we'll see everyone, hopefully, next week. Ouch. And it won't be my birthday next week.
No, but it will be the day after the announcement, so we'll be happy.
Yes,
we'll have stuff to talk about.
Bye. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm almost regretting putting 2020 on the copyright screen because it's like this has been such a garbage year. It's like if people go like, "Oh, he recorded that in 2020. Do I want to watch it?" No.
I think everybody has to do it.
No. Yeah. So just not good. I am so ready for this year to be done. There is nothing about 2020 that I want to remember.
Don't say anything bad about Gaz. We're still alive.
Why would I say anything bad about Gaz?
I'm kidding.
Gaz is great.
Gives me chocolate cake.
Gives me the chocolate cake. No, can't talk about him anymore either. Can't talk about him anymore.
No,
he is persona non grata.
Yep.
But if you want the pudding pops, that's where you got to go. You got to go and get the pudding pops. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh, boy.
All right. Yeah, I know. So weird.
Time to not be alive.
Oh, boy.
So I'm going to go and watch some really old and bad Charlie Chan movies with my wife.
That's
Go
fun.
to bed because I got to work tomorrow.
Good way to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, well, can't. Yeah, I was hoping. Well, this weekend I think we're probably going to go out. We'll go out to eat or something this weekend. But between having to work this week and we were getting weather alerts a little while ago, even again, mostly for flooding. So we're pretty high up. I'm not that concerned about flooding. But it just seems like it's every time I turn around this year, it's like, hey, 2020, how you doing? I'm going to get you today, guy. As soon as you get out of that bed.
We had an earthquake. We had an earthquake in the middle of the morning here.
Yeah. What magnitude?
It was nothing. It was like 3. It didn't wake me up, but it woke a bunch of people up. It was in Jersey, in Freehold, that kind of felt out here. So that's not very common for these parts.
No, I remember, oh my God, 4 or 5 years. No, it's longer than that. There was a magnitude 4.5 that hit this area in DC. And what I used to do at lunchtime, because we're not allowed to take computers in. So I'd get in my car and I would drive over to this parking deck, and I would sit in the parking deck and use my computer. And I felt, everything's starting to move. And usually, if you're on like a parking deck with those slabs, I associate that with like some large vehicle passing behind me, and it's kind of moving the slab a little bit. But I didn't see anything. And then I happened to look out away from the parking deck that I was in, and there was a light post that was like going back and forth like this. And I was like, oh shit, this is the freaking earthquake. And I'm in a parking deck that was never built to withstand an earthquake. So it was like, start the car up. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I got out of that deck real fast. That was exciting.
It was.
All right,
Well,
guys.
happy birthday. Yep.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday. Yep. Catch you.
And next year I will be 59 once again.
All right,
I don't know if I ever told you guys this. My father, who was 50 when I was born,
Oh, wow.
every single year for his birthday, my mother would drag out these two candles, a 4 and a 0. Every single year was his 40th birthday. And it got to the point where she had to replace the 40th birthday candles and these were big, thick candles.
they wore out
because they'd finally melted down so far that they weren't really recognizable as a 4 and a 0 anymore. And it was like, okay, Dad, you're now in your 70s. I think it's time to give that up. I don't think anyone believes you're just turning 40.
Right.
But me, on the other hand, people could obviously assume that I'm still a
21.
vibrant guy in my late 40s, 50s.
Enjoy it.
Yep. All right, guys.
All right, guys. See ya.
We will see you all later. Thanks again, and
Later.
bye.